to the Saturday with the Boys podcast. I'm your host, your main boy, Swifty Cheese. Today I'm here with Respawn, your boy Victor, and Danya.
Peace.
And our special guest, Prime OG, also known as Adrian. Yes.
I have
Welcome
him
to the
muted, so that might be kind of bad.
You probably should unmute him.
No.
Alright, so, today's topic, since Adrian suggested life, which we're kind of like discussing like what would be a good kind of like topic for that, and we were like, you know what?
Life?
Let's do embarrassing stories. So, this is the embarrassment podcast now, alright? Not only is the podcast itself an embarrassment, but also the stories.
Oh, Victor's gonna be really good at this. He's just an embarrassment, period.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, who would like to start?
Me!
Alright.
Like I said.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so I was
All
like 5,
right.
right? And I went to
Right.
a like daycare.
Screw you,
because my mom's,
Swifty.
Like, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, so you have to go to daycare. So I went to daycare, and then there's this kid. He's my friend. Let's call him. What's the name? Give me a name.
Jeff.
You don't have friends.
Jeff. Okay, his name is Jeff.
Jeffef.
Jeff, he was my boy. So me and him, we were under a
Alfalfa
table.
Jeff.
We were under a table because, like, why not? And then I was like, hey, you wanna tell some secrets? He's like, yeah, sure. And then he said something
Later.
retarded. And then I told him the girl I like, and she was in the same class, and her mom was the teacher in the class. So
Oh,
he gets
that's
out of
not
the
good.
table. He gets out of the table and screams that I like her. And then the mom just looks at me, and I'm like,
Bro.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. And then that's just.
I apologize for having a certain attraction to another female. Wait, another female. Wait. Victor, you're a girl.
So,
Why?
when I was at the summer camp when I was like, I think 5, right? Okay. And
No.
okay, this was really embarrassing because I thought I broke this kid's like bones or something. Cause we were
Bone.
at like a water park, and I pushed him down a slide, and he like started just crying like crazy, right?
Did you push
Probably
him
just a
down
little
the slide?
wussy.
I don't know. I was
My
8.
sister pushed me
alright?
off a chair. That video is like on the YouTube somewhere.
So
I found it the other day.
I push him off this chair, right, and he gets hurt and he starts crying. Or push it? No, it was down a
mean-
slide. It was down a water slide. It wasn't down like it wasn't a
I
chair. It was a
confused you
slide.
all.
So it was, down the water slide. You know, you wouldn't get hurt on a water slide like from like 8-year-old kid's push. Like why? Who?
Yeah, I was about to say,
And
what do
how?
you mean?
So
Okay, you totally could get hurt off of a water slide.
not from an 8-year-old. All right, I'm just gonna clarify.
Yes, you could.
Okay. So he's
Victor's
crying.
a fat 8-year-old.
And I thought
okay.
I was the one who hurt him, but what actually happened was he went down the
His
water
parents got
slide
divorced.
weird. He went down the water slide weird, and
Oh.
he fell like onto the I don't know what the heck happened, but it wasn't my fault. That's the moral of the story, right? It wasn't my fault. And he starts crying, and they're like, "Who hurt you?" And he points at me. I'm like, "Bruh!"
Bro.
So for the rest of the day, I was just completely embarrassed to be around anyone.
You
Because
owe me
even though
six.
it, like, I'm like, I used to be that type of person, like, where someone would get in trouble, like, who ate the cookies from the cookie jar when they weren't supposed to.
Oh no, I was like that
And
too.
you're
One
like,
time my friend broke an egg.
I
and
mean,
got
I didn't
upset.
do that, but I feel bad, and I'm afraid you're gonna think I did it, kind of thing. So I was just super embarrassed, basically. Moral of the story.
Yeah, one time my cousins broke an egg and my aunt told us not to like break an egg, so I got really scared and hid my car.
Oh,
Okay.
good to know.
Yeah.
All right, Adrian, what you got,
Alright.
boy?
Okay, so this all starts
Tell me what you
back
got.
in elementary school, right? I was
Show me
like,
what
sort
you
of like a weird
got.
kid in school. People would stare at me and think I was like ill or something.
Autistic.
Cause yeah, basically.
Indeed.
Because what I would do was I would actually pretend. My favorite TV show back then was Ben 10, right? You remember that, which one?
Oh yeah.
So what I would I
Oh,
would
yeah.
do
I
was
have him muted, so I don't
the teacher
understand.
would actually think that I was crazy and call my parents a couple of times because I actually pretended I was an alien. I was like, "Oh, I'm an alien!" I slapped my wrist like super hard until it was red. And And I didn't realize I
Alien.
was doing this for 5 years, and then when I actually realized that I was doing it, I started yelling in front of the class. I'm like, "Stop looking at me!" And then I just ran out of the classroom, and everybody just laughed.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever? Okay, sometimes
Stupid.
I'm also the type of person that gets embarrassed for other people. I just feel uncomfortable when someone
Yeah.
does something
Oh,
embarrassing.
I get uncomfortable when people like stub their toe and start crying, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to leave now.
Oh. You know
Victor,
what's
stop
the ultimate
slamming your
embarrassment,
cock
though,
on the
guys?
table.
The ultimate embarrassment is when your mom just starts yelling at you in a public place.
Yeah.
Yeah, or your dad just starts yelling at you at the age of 16.
What is that?
It's
What
my
is that?
sister.
Tell your
She's
sister
playing
to
the recorder.
stop.
Student,
Tell your sister
stop
to
playing the
stop.
recorder.
Oh!
Stop!
Tell your sister to never breathe again, please.
Oh god.
No, breathe,
am I crashing
because that's how you make sounds out of a recorder. I would know, because I too have
I
played the
too
recorder
am a
in the
recorder.
past.
I mean, have played.
Oh. You were close. Am,
Um,
have, what are we?
Let me think.
Haha, I'm third place.
One of the embarrassing
If
thing
you're
that
not
happened
first,
to
you're
me
last.
is when I was 6 years old.
Damn it.
I had a crush on like my friend's
Yay.
older sister. She was like in middle school or whatever.
Never
I
been
was
there,
like,
but they've been hot though.
I was like, I think I was 6, so I was probably in like first grade or kindergarten, and I was like, I went up to her one time, and my friend was like, hey, you just gotta
You're
tell my
like, "Hi."
sister that you like her, or I'm gonna tell her. And I was like, oh no, if she knows, I'm gonna freaking die, and he's gonna make up stuff
So
about
you're
me.
gonna tell her.
Yeah, no, dude, okay, 6-year-old, 5-year-old logic doesn't make any sense, okay? Alright,
So either way, you're gonna freaking die. Like,
yeah, either way I was
who
gonna
cares?
freaking
I'll move
die.
to Texas
Do you
by then.
want to explode?
So I go up to my
Oh,
friend's
oh,
sister, and I'm like,
explode.
I like you. You're very pretty.
Hey, you're hot.
I like you.
I like you, you're very pretty.
Oh, I like you.
And then,
Would you like to go on a date with me? We go to sushi.
she literally just stared at me and just started laughing at me. And it was just really embarrassing for me. And then every time I'd go over to that friend's house after that, it was very uncomfortable for me because I had trouble letting things go. So I kept thinking about
Oh, you know
that.
what's weird? One
Yeah.
of my cousins called me her boyfriend now that I realize it.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't really know if she's my cousin, but she used to call me her little boyfriend when she was like 16 and I was like 2. And now
So
I just
like-
realized, wait, she's not
really
really my cousin, right? She's not really. No, she's not my cousin. She's like a cousin, I guess.
Close my door. Sorry.
No offense to her, but she got fat. Anyways,
Okay, good to know.
she used to be pretty skinny. She
Alright,
like.
Danya, my boy, what's
Man,
an embarrassing
where should I begin?
story?
Where should I begin?
Yeah,
Alright, I'm
good
gonna start when I went to Atlanta.
Nobody
So,
goes to
this
Atlanta.
was the
Atlanta goes
first
to
time-
you.
This is the first time I've ever been on a plane, so it was very weird. We got on the plane and it went off. Simple. But while we were there, the plane started going down slowly. Gosh, or it started going. It started to go. The plane started to go down, and I don't know what was going on in my little kid head. But I
Teacher, the plane's going down.
No, for some reason I decided to be like, my butt tickles. I don't know why. I
Your
don't know
butt tickle?
why. I don't know why I thought that was something, but I said it. I literally said it out loud. I didn't whisper it. I didn't I just yelled it, and there was actually 2 hot babes sitting like across from us. I was
You're like
embarrassed.
3 though, so.
No, I wasn't 3. I was like sticking 6 or 7. I was like, ah, dang it, Kanye.
One
lost
time
my
I was
chance
alone,
with
I saw
those
a cute
girls who
girl
are
on a
10
plane
years
with
older
a
than me.
DS, and I'm like, oh, I have a DS. I'm gonna try to get her Mi Plaza without her noticing.
No,
So,
dude.
I
Okay,
always had
real
my
fast.
Switch on next to
Real
her,
fast.
and I never got it. And I'm upset.
Real fast. Okay, I had a Nintendo 3DS when I was 8, right? Okay.
This was like 4
So
years ago.
all the
by
time,
way.
I would go on road trips and stuff, like around Texas, and every time I go to the plane, I swear, I got President freaking Barack Obama on my Mi Plaza, boys. I'm not even joking. All right, I was at the plane. I was on the plane, and I'm like, boy, that street pass thing is glowing green. And I open it, and guess what? It's President freaking Barack freaking Obama just rolling up into my Mi Plaza. All right, sorry.
No need to be sorry. That was great.
It's showing stuff come out of Adrian's mic, but I think he has me muted.
So, Adrian.
Is this nobody talking?
Adrian. Right, okay, so
What?
Is nobody talking?
let's
'Cause I don't hear
next
anything.
story. Next story. What?
Bone? Are you there? Hello?
Mac, are you okay?
Is the podcast like dead?
No,
I'm so
you're just
confused.
okay.
What's
Well-
happening? Can people not hear me?
You know what's really
No.
embarrassing though is like when you're
What's no
you're
mean?
talking about something. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I was in
so
art for 3
confused.
years, and all in middle school, I was in art class as one of my electives.
How am I not? Hitting the ring should count as
And-
going through the
Okay,
ring.
shut up. Okay,
Now I hear it.
so, and I was in art class for 3 years in middle school.
Am I just
'Cause I really
being
liked,
oblivious? I don't hear
Sniper,
anything.
shut up!
I can't hear anything.
Since you're trying to tell a story and you're just like, nee, 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 nee.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
Well, leave the party and join back, retard!
No, you did this the first episode. I'm allowed to do this the next fourth. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What is it?
I was in middle school
Fourth.
for three. Well, of course, I was in middle
You were
school
in
for
middle
3
school
years.
for
Screw
3
that.
years.
I was in art class for 3 years in middle
What you
school,
can
right?
do with it?
Okay, I'm gonna freaking kill Mac right now, dude. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna
Oh no.
go over to his house.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make
Okay.
it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Sniper!
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't hear anything.
Then leave and join back.
so
No,
as I've been trying to say,
I'm competitive, okay?
all
I
right,
gotta
okay,
win.
hold up,
Even though I'm, like,
hold
the
up,
last
podcast.
place
I gotta
before I gotta
mute
win.
him real fast.
Ooh.
Okay. So, as I've been trying to say, I was in middle school art class for 3 years, right? Okay.
I was in middle
And
school.
for some reason, those entire 3 years, for no reason at all, my art class had this problem of just
Hello, can I take your order?
randomly going quiet. So I'd be talking with my friends about like really dumb stuff, right? Like let's like we were talking about LeBron James, right? And I was like, yeah, he's a cool guy, right? A very cool guy.
LeBron James.
And then my friend goes, LeBron James! And the entire class was just silent and just looked at him. One of my most embarrassing stories from that class is I was actually just sitting there and some girl was like, yeah, and then I fell up the stairs. And I was like, wait, what? And I turn around and I go, I turn around, she's at the other table and I go, how do you fall up the stairs? And she's like, why are you eavesdropping? I'm like, it's kind of hard not to hear you when everyone in the class is silent and you say something weird like falling up the stairs. Alright, but yeah, that happened. So cool. Okay, epic game.
How do you fall up the stairs?
I don't even know.
By just doing it,
She
man.
was just so mad at me that I was quote unquote eavesdropping. Alright, she was just so mad she wouldn't even answer my question. That doesn't
So
matter.
you
Hey,
never found
this-
out how to fall up the stairs?
Watch this, Dylan Johnny. It's about falling up the stairs.
Welcome to McDonald's. I can't
Sniper, shut up! Nobody's talking to you!
Okay, so
Then leave and join back.
Adrian, do you have a story?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Hold on. Man, I'm fading so bad at this. Okay. Let me think. I think I know I have one. I just can't.
All I hear is
Sniper,
Sniper just
shut
screaming.
up.
Oh, I can tell you where. Okay, so one time, I was at Disneyland in Florida, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what happened was I think I got lost. I got lost from my mom. Yeah, can you shut up? Okay, listen, I got lost from my mom for about like 30 minutes straight.
That's
And
not
so
fun.
what happened was I instead of going to the police, I saw someone that looked like my mom. I followed her without her knowing. I stayed and I went inside her car. She drove
Oh
me all
my
the way to her
gosh.
house. And
What?
then yeah, and then I got so embarrassed because so I went to her house and she got so scared. She was freaking out and I had no idea what was going on. And I was only embarrassed only when I got returned back to my parents.
I have something like that. So I was at my preschool.
No,
my,
I
like, my,
walked into the car, I followed her, and I just fell asleep in the back.
Oh jeez.
I don't know, I just fell asleep in the back. I assumed I was
No,
really young.
he
I assumed.
knew it wasn't his car. He got into a random woman who looked like his mom's car. No, who looked like his mom, not his mom's car.
Yeah.
Random woman that looks like his mom's car. That kind of reminds me of so when I was in preschool, one of my preschools, they're having like this award ceremony, and my dad and mom were like standing together, and I got lost. Like they were doing like the awards, and then like step down, go back to your family. So my dad was wearing his flight suit because he's in the Air Force. So he's wearing his flight suit because he just got off of work, and I was scared. I was lost. I was like, "Where's my dad?" And I go up, and there's another dude wearing a flight suit. And I go up to him and I tug on his leg and I go, "Is that you, Dad?" And he looks down at me. He's like, "No, kid, I'm not your dad." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Hi, Dad.
I
How's it
have a
going?
similar
Hi,
story.
Dad.
Hi, Dad. It's been years.
Have you got that milk yet? All right,
Donnie
Victor.
has similar
Oh,
story.
Donnie. I mean Donnie.
Me?
Yeah. Sorry, Donnie. Someone said they had a similar story, and I thought it was you.
Except mine was a bit worse. Alright, so we
Oh,
decided to go to the
sorry.
mall because I don't know why. I hated malls. But I was too busy getting sidetracked by all the toys that I didn't even know my parents walked away. So then I got lost. So I started running around. I don't know why, but I seen this woman. I was like, "That's my mom!" And I like ran up to her and just gave her a big old hug. I'm like, "Mom, why did you leave me?" I was like, "Why did you leave me?" And then I look up, it wasn't even the right woman. I'm like, "Oh."
You're not my mom.
Random
sorry.
lady.
Oh. Oh man, I have so many stories like that. Cause when I was little, I had. You guys want to hear an embarrassing fear of mine when I was little? All right, a very very stupid fear of mine. I was afraid of wigs. Like
How do you be scared of wigs?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just was so scared of wigs for some reason. I looked at them, and I was like, ew! And I was afraid to like come alive and like
Okay.
crawl on me or something, Like just
You
see a
watched
wig. It's just
Three
creepy,
Goosebumps.
man. And I couldn't like. It was weird. Like it got to the point to where I like couldn't eat if someone was wearing a wig. I don't know why. I was just so afraid of them. I was just weird, man. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, Victor.
I'm sorry.
Let me think of a story. Wait. Okay, so let's see.
Treat.
Mac, you good
I
now?
didn't want. Oh, do you have me muted, you prick?
Because you wouldn't stop
Huh?
screaming.
You still
You
kind of.
prick.
See,
Okay, Victor. Sorry. Go ahead.
let's see. Let me. No, I have to
You
think
missed
of one.
my stories?
Okay, Mac.
yeah.
I'm upset.
Okay, Mac. Story. Go ahead.
No, I'm not redoing it for you. You're
Okay.
a prick.
Donnie.
Dang it.
Well, Victor thinks. You
Dang
got
it.
anything?
You don't deserve my stories, Swifty.
You were I couldn't tell my art story because you kept
You don't
screaming.
deserve. You don't deserve my stories.
I'm just trying to. I had to say I was in middle school art class for 3 years at least 5 times. Cause you would start going, guys, guys, I cannot hear you. All right.
I can just
Okay.
imagine me.
Yeah. No. And it's staying in. You better. This is like a minute of the podcast. Just you go doing that. Okay. So right there, guys. That's Mac's embarrassing story right there. That's Mac's embarrassing story.
It's not embarrassing. I accept it because it's funny as hell.
Dang it, man, I can't. Dang it, man, I can't focus.
I'm a funny boy.
I'm not gonna die while oh, I died. I'm not gonna die while doing this.
I'm
live
not gonna kai. I'm not gonna kai.
Well,
Has anyone ever gotten stuck on a slide?
No, I haven't been
No.
stuck on a slide, but I've been.
I'm
I've been.
skinny.
I nearly broke my.
No,
I
I mean,
climbed
like-
up a slide so I couldn't get tagged.
I remember being.
It's very high up on the
Oh,
ground.
dude, you know what happened is I embarrassed my entire family,
friend crapped in a
my
slide.
mom and my dad in an entire movie theater full of people because when I was little I went to SeaWorld and we were doing like watching like the 3D Pirates of the Caribbean thing, you know, like the 4D movies where they like splash water on you and all that, right? So I was
What?
3. You know 4D movies where like if it's raining in the movie
Yeah,
it
I know
rains
4D
inside
movies.
and all that.
No, that's not how it works.
Or you get splashed with water when the ocean shows up with waves and all that.
But yeah, maybe like a splash. You're not gonna get literally rained
Well,
on.
no, I've been rained on. It was during a play. It was cool.
The
Anyways,
only person I've been rained on is by your mom. Anyways.
I was 4 years old, and I was like, Dad, I don't want to do it. I'm not going in there. I'm gonna cry if you make me go in there. He's like, son, we're gonna go watch the movie. We paid for it. I was like, Dad, I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna
do it.
beat you.
I'm gonna cry. He's like, no, you're not gonna cry, or I'm gonna take your stuffed whale that you got from
I
the
want to
gift shop,
animate this.
and I'm gonna put your stuffed whale back, and I'm gonna make him give it back. And I was like, okay, fine, I won't cry. Okay, he gets in the movie, and I'm just chilling, and I wouldn't put on the glasses, so I just see this Pirates of the Caribbean skull come out of the movie screen, and I just started screaming. I wouldn't stop screaming.
Dumb.
It was coming out of the screen, and it was like da 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 da. And I was like, ah!
That would've been sick. How'd you just not notice?
And then my dad's like, okay, shh, and he got me to calm down. And then a skeleton appeared on screen with a sword, and I just started crying. And the entire movie theater was mad, and we got kicked out because of me.
Man, you're a jerk.
Weird.
Think about you, Swifty, all the freaking time.
All right, Victor, did you get your thoughts together?
No, let me think of a story. I haven't thought of one.
Victor, you're not good at thinking.
No, I'm not. Retard.
You know, you want?
Dude, you didn't... Why are you calling me a
So you
retard when
tell
I
an
just proved your point?
embarrassing story. Of
Okay, this isn't as embarrassing, but it's kind of more
no,
awkward.
you know what? No, I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I'm going. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
going.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
I'm going.
Okay.
Go, retard.
Alright, so Victor one time had to get some type of surgery.
No,
And,
sorry, something of him. It's not true. It's not true. I was 7 and I
And
lied.
he
No,
had to get some type of
no!
surgery, and they put him on anesthesia. And Victor, I guess to make himself sound cool or something, even though we just thought he was stupid, because we don't even do this. He said that he sent a dick picture to his girlfriend at the age of 8.
I didn't do that.
Oh, I
didn't do
remember that! I
didn't
remember
do
that!
that.
I remember that!
No, I didn't.
And-
Shut the. No,
and-
I regret
and he's
everything.
like-
every
he's like-
life decision.
He's just
No,
like,
I didn't do
oh, I
anything,
sent,
retard.
I
No, I
sent
didn't.
to girlfriend. And I'm just like, dude,
Okay,
dude, why would you
okay,
do that?
okay,
She's
okay,
like
we're good,
8,
we're good.
and you're like 8.
Okay,
That's
I'll
just
remedy
weird.
this. Okay, this was kind of an awkward thing that happened to me in December. It's not so much embarrassing.
Okay,
but-
you know what? No, I'm going again. Screw you.
Um,
Okay, so one time we were playing Terraria. Victor's mom walks in the room,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
didn't know this at the time. And I just hear something. Well, I thought this was Victor. I'm like, I hear this thing fart. I'm like, Victor, I heard that, dude. What the heck? He's like, that was my mom.
That was my mother. Okay, so
That was my mother that just had an anal sneeze.
so
Is that what it's called?
ew.
Is that
Ah, I didn't need that in my mind. That's gross. What is that? Ew.
Is that what
Literally
it's
a
called?
fart. No, it's literally, it's literally a fart.
Okay,
bro.
so
The way to
something
say it.
something
just an anal cough. A shart's an anal
more
sneeze.
more awkward that happened to me was
Ow.
when I was moving. Okay, I really liked this girl. Let's call her what's a good like
How do you
fake
spell
girl
anal?
name?
Remember
Wait,
that
how do you
black guy
spell
that was in
anal?
your house?
What's a good fake girl name? Shanique. Okay, we'll call her
That's how
Shaniqua.
you
Brenda.
spell anal?
Brenda. Brenda. All
No,
right.
no, Bonquisha.
Bonquisha. Okay, so I really liked Bonquisha. I liked her since freshman year, right? And so
Why? Bonquisha sounds disgusting.
no, that's not her actual name. That's her a fake name to hide the identity.
Brenda.
Well, still, she sounds disgusting. I don't like
Okay,
her.
so I really liked Bonquisha, right? And so
I don't know why. She sounds
I wanted
ugly.
to say bye on like my last day of school, right? And I
So you
go,
kissed her.
"Hey, Bonquisha!" And she,
And you whipped out your vagina.
no, and she
He
she
whipped
turned
out
around.
Gene
She
Simmons.
turned around. I was like, "Hey,
Tom-
Bonquisha," and she turned around and I was just like, "Bye." And she's like, "Okay, bye." I was like, "Ooh, okay."
You could have just kissed her, you know, like against her will, and then ran away. No,
Like
don't
every
do
other
that.
movie.
Well, see, the problem is
I've
I'm
never-
probably I'm kind of thinking I'm probably gonna see her again as I'm going to Vegas. Actually, I'll be in Vegas when this podcast episode is out.
She's gonna be like, "Hey, Swifty, you're a bitch." That's like all she's gonna say.
Oh, dang it. Now there's
And then I
still
just
the
start
last
I just
piece left.
fall on the floor and just start crying, dude. I'm just in tears.
Yeah.
And she's
Like,
like,
no,
"Just
just
kidding,
kid
lol.
turns
April Fool,
Swifty-
April Fools."
Swifty turns blue then cries.
50.
Sad nibble hours resumes.
All right, Adrian. Let's get your story in. Yeah.
Since he did two, I'm just gonna do two really short ones. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So first
I
one.
started an uproar.
Shit. Fricker. Fricker.
Sorry. Go ahead, Adrian.
Okay, go, Adrian.
Okay.
Don't call me a
First
fricker.
one, like I said, I was over there at, let's say, Schlitterbahn, right?
Disneyland. Oh.
Yeah. And I went to the water park with my brothers. Well, it all started off bad because all of a sudden he started screaming. He got caught on the ride, and then I had to go with my second brother because the other one was getting taken to the hospital. So I went on the side with the first one. It said one per person, but I
Heck
didn't
yeah, I
know.
finished first, nerds. Okay, sorry.
And
Continue.
we both went in. I don't know how, but we got caught on something, and both of us got stuck on the slide for an hour.
How do you do that? How do you just do that?
All right. What's your other one?
Did they die?
Yes, Hector, they died. I got the
That's not,
bone.
that wasn't me.
It was just a stupid question. I had to assume it was
That
you.
was Bone.
It was so stupid. I had to assume it was you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is another show one. Really quick. Wait,
Yeah.
really quick. Okay, so I went to like the Spurs game. I don't know what you know what that is. Like, Spurs and NFL. Not NFL. Gosh, NBA. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spurs
I'm like,
NBA.
Spurs aren't in the NFL.
Yeah, I know. NBA, and so
I don't need a lifeguard. There's no shark.
I was so bored. I
It's
was
a
watching
bathtub.
that's the first time I saw the meme called Skittles, like at the top of his lung zipper. So I decided to do it, and then you see like 4 guys behind me saying "Shut the hell up," and they throw their popcorn at me. And
Okay. This isn't. That's that. So you're just screaming Skittles.
yeah.
Okay, so this isn't what this. So my sister, she was 4 years old, and we're going to the YMCA pool, and for some reason she wanted to talk
Ew.
about like overweight guys, and like she's like talking about like man boobs and stuff, right? And so we're at the pool,
Moves. They're
and there's
pronounced
this
Why can nobody get that right?
there's this shirtless guy, right? And she runs up to him and she goes, "Look, man boobs!" and like points at him. It was so
sorry.
bad. It was so embarrassing.
Hey, Donnie, do you have permission to say the N-word? I need
No,
to
okay,
reenact
no,
something
okay,
that was
we're
said
okay.
earlier.
So, we're out of time.
Well, neighbor.
Thanks for Adrian for being on the podcast. Appreciate it. It
So,
was great
this
having
black
you.
guy in football today
so,
called me a slow
Max,
neighbor.
shut up.
And I'm like, dude, I'm sad now.
Okay, so thanks for watching. As usual, everyone's channels will
That
be
was
in the
not 30
description.
minutes, loser.
I
God,
it
start it
was.
again.
neighbor.
No, that was like
I
2
don't
minutes
understand.
or at
Okay.
least 10.
Is it okay if I do
shut
my
up.
outro
No,
now?
that was not 30
Is
minutes.
it okay if
No, no, don't do your
Is it-
outro, Swifty. You have me muted, okay?
Is it okay
Okay?
if I
I
finish?
couldn't control it.
Is it okay?
I couldn't. It just happens, okay?
Is it okay?
There. There.
Swifty, that was only like 10 minutes.
Okay. So thanks for watching. As usual, everyone's channels will be in the description. Special thanks to Adrian for coming on. Appreciate it. It's great having you. Thanks for watching. Discord will be in the description as well. Also to the
See you
Minecraft
next
poll.
time on Disney XD.
Yeah, see you next time on Disney XD. Bye.
This